Alright, I think I'm live. You guys can let me know if I truly am live. I see Mark is here, BW is here, Chemical is here. How are you guys today? How's the audio? Hopefully the audio is good. Not absolutely terrible. And yeah, like we've been starting all these streams. The economy's hit pretty bad, so you know, store brand Diet Cola. Oh man. That was a little shaken. Oh. Maybe I should put the sanitizing agent in first. Again, for sanitizing, wouldn't want to catch anything from unsanitized drink. How is everyone today? There we go, Chemical. You get your rum also. Tastes sanitary. Yeah, well, you see, I've been sort of working on and off because I'm a quote-unquote essential worker. I'm a essential worker that doesn't get an essential paycheck, basically. Couldn't give a toss about paying me. But yeah, this is today's kit for the live stream. It is actually a kit I have built before, but I haven't gotten it to work. So today it's gonna work, or I mean it's not, and well, it is what it is really. So what this is, it looks like we've got a relay here. So it's this guy here. It has a 5-volt coil. Can you see that? Up there, right there, it says DC 5-volt. Nope, just close enough to copy my fingerprints. So 5-volt coil, which will switch between contacts here. But it is controlled by light source. So sort of one of those things where it becomes daytime and your lights switch off, or you know, something like that. So yeah, it's got a little LDR, cadmium sulfide cell, a couple terminal blocks, a potentiometer, a couple of resistors, an LED, and it has a LM393. Oh, focus. You might not be able to see that. I think it's an op amp, but it runs in comparator mode, so it just compares two voltages, one against the other, to see if the light is on or not. How's it going, Abelski? Is that what it is? Abeleski? Cheers. You know, everyone should have oh, why do you no focus? Focus. What are you doing? Is it because, oh, there, grab that. There we go. Okay, should be focused. Yeah, Abeleski, I think. Cheers. Have a sanitized drink. Alright. So usually you start with the lower profile components. You don't have to. Typically makes things easier. By the way, if I feel like streaming beyond this, I might actually do a live tool haul if you guys are into that. I have a tool haul to do. Like, I got lots of tools behind me here, but it's much easier to do it live and chat with you guys than to make an actual video. So if you guys seem into it and there's more stuff that can be done, after this kit will be a tool haul. I don't even know if you guys like tool hauls. I know I like them because it's like Christmas. Okay, so brown, black, red, gold. So brown, black is 1 0, red is 2. So 1 0, 2 zeros. I think that's a 1K resistor. Do we have 3 1K resistors? 1, 2, 3. Yep, 1K. Man, I'm getting good at this. Slowly but surely. I never thought I would actually learn the resistor color codes, but I have been learning them. Brown black is easy because it happens all the time. Brown black is 1 0, and the red is 2, so that one's easy. Where I get confused is when I get like violet, it's either 5 or 7. I think it's 7, and green I think is the other one. So I think violet is 7, green is 5. Then there's like weird colors that you never see, like blue. You do see yellow quite a bit. I think yellow is 4. But yeah, never thought I would actually learn them, but it's just force of habit at this point. Just from time to time, since I see them, especially the brown black, learn that really quick. So 1 0. 1K goes over here. Oh. Hope you guys don't mind that I'm streaming a little bit early today because my European viewers don't typically get to watch because it is way too late for them. So I decided to go a little bit earlier. We'll see what the viewers look like. I mean, if you guys, most of you tell me it's too early to stream, then that's fine. I'll stream a little bit later in the future. But I just wanted to give it a chance. All right, so we got brown, black, orange. See, orange is one of those colors you don't get a lot. I think it's 3. Yeah, 3. So 1 0, 3 zeros, 10K. So we've got 2 10Ks here. I'm trying to remember, but I do have one a sign posted on the wall there. I think brown, black, yellow. I can kind of remember. I've tried there's a mnemonic for it. Like there's some that are not politically correct anymore, but it doesn't help. Hey Ryan, how's it going? Yeah, thanks for joining me, Chemical. Ryan, I hope you got my message on Patreon, because you said it was okay for me to call you out that you're on Patreon. I'm good actually. I'm pretty good. It's nice outside. It's 13 degrees C, so I don't know. That's I don't know, some odd number in Fahrenheit. But 13C is pretty nice. Some people find it cold, but I like it. I don't get overheated. Good, I'm glad you saw it. Alright, so diodes are going in. And we have one more resistor after that, and that's it for resistors. 55.4, yeah, see what a weird number system. Do we actually need 2? Oh yeah, we do need 2 diodes. Yeah, 13C is nice. Yeah, Illinois warm. It's pretty warm for Canaderp, I'll tell you that. So what resistor do we have now? Are we still in focus? Yeah, ish. I left everything auto, so hopefully it doesn't screw me. Alright, so you know how I told you they have weird colors you don't see often? So this one has 2 weird colors. Yellow, purple, and red. So it's something something, and then 2 zeros. So it's I see there's 4.7, so yellow must be 4, purple must be 7, and then 2 zeros, 4.7K. That's exactly what we have there, which is nice. So just show you how nice it is outside. I am still in my basement, but I'm not wearing a sweater. So you can see my massive forearms there. I'm typically wearing a sweater when I'm in my basement recording, if you'll notice back on my other videos. Alright, need some sort of solder. Here we go. I'm excited though. Fishing season is starting soon, towards mid to the end of the month here. And so I'm actually excited to go and do some fishing early in the morning probably. I just hope I have to call the city. I don't know if I'm going to be allowed to use the public parks for fishing or not. We will see. The last thing I want to do is get fined $1,000 just for trying to go fishing. What's going on here? No temperature in here. I've got nothing planned for tonight either, so if you guys want, I can just keep streaming after this. Do the tool haul, maybe we'll do some, I don't know, some troubleshooting or something, I don't know. Lots of stuff. Night's young. I'm also recording this stream, so I'm probably going to split it up into its component parts and post it up as separate videos. There we go. How's everyone's day been? Is it warm where you guys at? How about you, Chemical? Is it like you live in the desert, so it must be like, I don't know, 90 degrees or something? I did a project earlier and I feel like I oxidized the tip of my my soldering iron there. .38°C, that's incredibly hot. I as a chunky man myself, 38°C is quite hot. Still at work. You know what? I wish I had a job that I could do and actually liked, because I have 2 jobs right now. One that I can do and one that I can't do. The one that I can do I hate. It's working at the shop. Pretty sure my the business I'm working for is going to go bankrupt, and they're treating us as such. The job I love, which is teaching, I can't do. Everything's closed down. Damn, I need some snips. Yeah, already, like 30 degrees is already too hot for me. I'll still tolerate it, but that's because I don't have a choice. I have AC in the house, and I'm thankful for that, except it costs us an arm and a leg to cool the house in summer. Can you imagine, huh? Canadians have to use AC. What does the world come to? Apparently in British Columbia, because it's by the ocean, it's not common to have houses pre-fitted for like whole room HVAC. So you can't really add AC to your house if you're in certain parts of Canada, unless you do a whole like remodel refit thing, which is pretty nuts. 8°C. Oh man, I like 8°C. That's a good temperature. What part of Canada were you in, Ryan? Are you Canadian or and just displaced to the States, or are you You American? What's your deal? Trump got elected, and you're like, you know what's a really good idea? Go to the States. Kidding, kidding. Don't want to make fun of anybody's political affiliation. There we go. Drunk from work loves Trump. He would definitely have voted for him, 100%. Visiting a lady's parents, born in the States. Oh, okay. Fair nerves. I definitely, you know what? Even though we get a lot of U.S. politics over across the border here, I've actually personally never met an American that I didn't like. You know, like, I guess I'm a self-selecting group, right? Because I usually meet them playing video games or through like YouTube or Twitch stuff through my wife. I've never actually met like like an American I didn't like in person. Even I did some couch surfing in New York City, and I was told that New Yorkers are supposed to be rude. I didn't meet any rude people. 5 degrees in the UK. All right, Ryan. I'll give you some advice on ordering Tim Hortons. You walk in, go right up to the counter, and you say, "This stuff is terrible." Then you walk out, and then you go to McDonald's, and you get a large double-double there. That's all you need to know about ordering Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons is trash. I want to go visit the UK actually. What's funny is I consume so much British media. It's insane. Like between Top Gear back in the day and now Grand Tour, watching like pretty much everything the BBC puts out. Broadchurch I've watched. Like I love UK stuff. So one day I'm going over there. What is a double-double? A double-double is a coffee with 2 creams and 2 sugars. It's a term I believe is coined by Tim Hortons, but we use it everywhere. Nice. Yeah, I'm probably gonna end up in Europe at some point soon. But yeah, just completely different culture. I know a lot of, not a lot. I know some British people as well. I wish I knew more. I don't know that many. But yeah, good stuff. Actually, a British guy sometimes comes into the stream. His name is Defective Inspector. 19 is the high tomorrow in the UK. 8C in the moment. Yeah, you guys don't have sunshine very often, though, isn't it? Like, I know I watch a lot of Julian Eilett's videos, and he does solar projects, but he complains that he never has the sun. Like, he always has to wait out the clouds. So, it's really interesting. I guess that's the effect of being in an island, I guess. Although it's pretty big for an island. Got our transistor in here. How's it going, Neil's Hobby? I haven't seen you on the live stream in a little bit, I think. Neil's Hobby HQ. Okay. A capacitor. 104. That's 10 nano. Yeah, so we don't have a lot of sun either, but when we do have sun, we have sun. It's just that most of the year, because we're a little bit more north, the sun stays low, not super low. No, we're not talking about like Norway low, but compared to the States, it makes solar panels less viable here than in most places. In like say most of the U.S. has a little bit better solar coverage than we do. I'd still love to do a solar project, but I've ordered so many solar panels from China, and I've only ever received one. It was a tiny one. I've probably ordered 6 total, and I got refunded for maybe 5 of them. I lost one completely. I really want to do solar projects, but I'll have to order them in sort of December to get them on time for April, May, when the sun actually is a little bit higher up in the sky. Alright, this LED going in should be this way. I'd actually like my whole workshop to be based on a battery and solar setup. Use nothing out of the wall. Probably use like a TS80 soldering iron or a TS100. I'm still not sure which one's the better one. And yeah, you run out of power, you run out of recording. Too bad. That'd be amazing. Electricity costs here in Ontario are apparently the highest in like the civilized world. I don't know if that's true, but it sure sounds true. We pay a lot. Alright, so we got jumpers. So we can put our cadmium sulfide cell, but I have other cadmium sulfide cells, so I think I'd like to put a jumper on it instead, so I can swap out the cells as necessary. So I've got these double female DuPont. Let's see, cadmium sulfide cell over here. I really love how through-hole stuff is standardized at 0.1 inch pitch. It's a weird pitch overall, but when it was designed, it was SAE ruled supreme. Okay, I'm going to straighten this up. It does need to be straightened actually. That's good. So how do you pronounce that, Niels? Do you pronounce that Worcester? Like the sauce? I'm so confused on how places are pronounced in England. 'Cause like Worcestershire sauce, I guess. Gordon Ramsay calls it Worcester sauce. I really don't know what to think. Worcester. Okay. So it is. Okay, so like Worcester sauce. Gotcha. I don't have the accent to pull it off. We don't know either. No. I will not pronounce Welsh names. No, we're good. I'm not touching that one. Those are a bit much for me. Mind you, I have a slight bit of dyslexia too, so that wouldn't help when the Welsh towns with the 40 letters in it or whatever. Is it Worcester or Worcester? I guess that's hard, huh? Oh well. You guys invented words. You can tell me how it's said. What do you guys think? Is this gonna work first try or not? I'm gonna guess not, because the last one didn't work. Oh no, bridged. Just as I said that. Yeah. It took me a little while before I realized that the Welsh were from Wales. It's an odd, like, um, it's, I don't remember the name of the word, but when you have to name the inhabitants from Wales to Welsh. I mean, it makes sense now that I think about it, but didn't click right away. All right, so we're actually moving and grooving here. Not much left. There's 5 volts there, but there's no jumper for it. Hold on. Oh, you know who else is from the UK, which I'd really love to meet one day? Jonathan Ross. Or, I mean, I don't want to make fun of him, but could say Jonathan Wass. That guy seems really funny. Jonathan Ross. Of course, I'd love to meet the whole crew of Top Gear, or I guess more like Grand Tour at this point. All right, get these terminal blocks in. Wonder if I can lock them together. Would it make it easier? I'll end up in the UK one day. Just you wait. I don't know if I'll live there, but definitely visit. I'm gonna bring an umbrella for sure, though. This one is a ground lug, so this is going to take a lot of heat. Yeah, poor iron struggling. Today I soldered some way heavier gauge stuff and really got to see the limitations of this. I think it's a 40 watt iron or a 60 watt iron. Not really set up for heavy gauge stuff here. That video will be coming to you, I think, depends what time we're done here, but the video should be on Patreon tonight or tomorrow, and then it'll be live released in a little bit. There we go. Looks good. Okay, and now gonna need this relay. Ouch, whole thing's still hot. Hold that down. How's it going, W. Thompson? No, who didn't? Oh, whatever. It's just a misspelling. Come on. Maybe it was even autocorrect that got him. Who knows? And Chemical is now 17, so he remembers it like it was 2 years ago. Ireland seems interesting too. A lot of culture there. A lot of religion. They really like baby Jesus there. That's for sure. Get this cap. This is probably just a power supply cap. Yeah, Chemical, this is the internet. People do that. Unfortunately. Okay, so that's pretty much done. I just need to put this cadmium sulfide cell onto a pin header, and then I can pop it in there. I'm going to pop this in here, and then I guess I need to solder some power wires on. Yeah, that would involve the Welsh being here on the internet, and I think you're too busy farming or something, or driving over wet leaves. Pin header. We're gonna find. Oh, I guess I can break some off of here. Hey, how's it going, Electronic Passion? Comment ça va? In my Canadian accent, I guess. Yeah, Sheeping is definitely a good guy. It's funny because he once asked if I knew what nationality he was, and I assumed Welsh because of the name, and it turned out to be true. Fais-tu beau en France, électronique? I don't practice my French very often anymore, so there you go. He's a Electronic Passion is a YouTuber as well, doing electronics videos. I think they're mostly in French. I don't think I've seen an English one. But then again, he is from France, I'm assuming. South Wales, Tomos, welcome. I did not know I had any Welsh viewers. Hey, how's it going? Cars Simplified, how are you? Oh no. Bridged. Alright, this gets difficult now. Get these things to stick. There's a lot of people here. I'm not used to this many people. Is it because Europe likes my streams? Because if so, I might have to stream this early for you guys more often. There we go. No, definitely not. I try to breathe out when I solder, but it doesn't always work, and sometimes I have to be talking. So, inhale a little bit, but oh well. You're not supposed to live a long life, you're just supposed to live a good one. So, is that pronounced Pembrokeshire? Pembrokeshire? Something like that? We have a village or a town, I guess, called Pembroke here. Gonna have to get something from the assorted lengths of wire box to hook up 5 volts to this. Pembrokeshire. Pembrokeshire? Pembrokeshire. Little length of wire. And little length of wire. Still haven't bought any wire strippers. Yeah, I think I take the opportunity to make that joke whenever I can. Futurama was a great series. I think it was a mistake to end it, but I guess it's better to burn out than to fade away. Yeah, my wife will let me buy strippers, absolutely. She might be in chat right now, actually. Not sure if I have a list of people viewing, but if you see Verowac in the chat, that's her. Alright. Probably shouldn't have turned off the soldering iron. How's it going, DJ Rob William? Hopefully you're not the DJ robot that's been commenting on all my posts. But if you say that you're not, isn't that what a robot would say? Is this actually the 5-volt rail? Hopefully I got that right. Yes. Come on, crappy soldering, don't fail me now. Nice. How is it in Florida? I know someone from Florida. Another maker's from Florida. It's funny how we've come to the point where, as humans, we have to prove to robots that we are human. I feel like this is gonna short. It's probably not good. Maybe I'll just solder it there. Call it a day. Too hot. What's the temperature? And extra points if you can tell me the temperature in a reasonable format instead of Fahrenheit. Oh, come on. Oh, don't tell me about humidity. I know about humidity. In the summer in Ottawa, it's literally 90 to 95% humidity all the time. Yeah, I'm trying, PERS. It's difficult because having low glare means no light. I can't see anything. Yeah, I think it's the U.S. and some island nation somewhere, and one of the Arabic nations that use imperial instead of metric. It's like really not many. How's it going, Christian? 35C. Holy crap. Yeah, that is hot. Yeah, we will get 35C in Ottawa, but not this month and not next one. Well, maybe next month, actually. June? It's possible. We are blowing up a light-controlled relay thing. I don't actually know if it's even going to work. Oh, you know what the best part is? I haven't actually gotten the pin locations. Whoops. Oh well. We're going to figure it out. Oh, I'm not going to use these guys. I'm going to use my new fancy ones. There are certain things that Imperial is better for. Like for carpentry measurements, yeah, Imperial, way better. But temperature, no. Come on. Metrique, all the way. Yeah, and then nobody learns about fractions anymore. Alright, I don't really know where this... You know what? I feel like there should have been a third jumper. So... See, I've had one of these before, but it just didn't work. So this is the swap out here. And we'll see if we can get this to work. It should be fairly obvious because you should be able to hear the clickety clacking of the relays. So it should be good, but we'll see. Putting these jumpers in the same positions as they are here. So I should go down one. Yeah, I think metric is missing. So what's funny is in Europe, they use decimeters and deciliters, which we don't use here in Canada, and centiliters, I guess. In Canada, we use like milliliter, so like one cc basically, and liters, but we don't use like deciliters, which are 1/10 of a liter. They do in Europe though. When you look up a recipe in that originates from Europe, you can always tell because they use deciliters and grams. If it's from Canada, it'll use milliliters or cups for liquid volume, and they'll also use sometimes cups for dry ingredients as well. Alright, so let's connect this up to our big bad power supply here. I think I'm going to do this up here so you guys can see. And I want to thank you guys for stopping into this live stream. I know there are better live streams going on right now. I think Adam Savage's Tested is live. So thank you for picking the smaller creator, as in this guy. Hopefully I didn't, hopefully like none of my friends, hopefully I'm not missing a good live stream for, because I'm live streaming. Hopefully like, Junk from Work is not live streaming or something like that. Don't want to split the audience. Also, I'd like if you guys can do me a favor. Anybody watching this, go onto Go on to Pile of Stuff's YouTube channel and tell him he should live stream. That's going to be a good one. Alright, so before we blow it up, I just need to sanitize my innards a bit more. I would not blame you for heading over to watch Tested. Oh, they were when I went live. Maybe they're done now. Unlike Adam Savage, I'm not busy. You should hit me up in the DJ Rob William. You should send me an email with where you think the shop is, because I've actually triangulated some stuff too. So, I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so I think this little light's supposed to come on when it's activated, so let's see. Contact. Okay, nothing. That's okay. Let's see, nothing getting hot here. Nope. I'm gonna turn the potentiometer. Oh, can't tell if the relay clicked or if that was just my tool. Oh, that is the relay. So the relay is clicking, but the LED's not coming on. Interesting. Let's see. Can I get it to click like this? Not sure. Why am I using crappy tools? I've got decent tools. Although I may have buried my decent tools. Oh, there it is. I love this set. Really, really do. Alright. If you watch the EEV blog, Dave Jones got a set just like this from Sigilent, I think. So it's right on the edge of... Why is it buzzing? I guess that's right at the threshold. Huh. Looks like the relay is oscillating. I guess our output here is being pushed high and low at the same time. There we go. I can't hide it now. Still wonder why the LED's not working. There we go. Oh. It's blocking something. Like, my hand is like level with it. It's a very weird. Oh. It's not buzzing now. I actually have something to hold, oh. This sounds like a freaking tattoo gun. So I have something it's so weird. It's just a light controlled relay. We have something to hold PCBs. It's in my pile. You may have seen it on Pile of Stuff's channel. So this is that's PCB holder there. As soon as you shade this, I don't know why the relay is. I don't know why it's clicking like crazy. Very weird. Let's see. What if we move this to different position? So this will be inverse, I believe. Alright, let's see. It's not doing anything there. Nope, I don't know. It's a really weird kit. Oh, there we go. When I shade it, it clicks. But you guys can barely hear that. See if we can make it more sensitive. Nope, less sensitive. Oh, something's going on here. Oh, I think these connections are iffy. Very weird. This is the second board of these that I build, and I'm not very happy with them. They're very confusing. I think the components haven't been picked properly. It's using a lot of standby current. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think I think I would pass on this kit. It's nice to put together, but I think that's the last kit I have too. So unfortunately, with the Canada Post being what it is, since we've just hit the wave of COVID over here, stuff's really expensive to ship. I can't find anything. Like, there's very few things that are free shipping in Canada these days. So yeah, the kit works, I guess, but it's a pretty bad kit. I wouldn't recommend it. Probably salvage the relay out of this thing. It's probably the most expensive part of that whole thing. That nice little relay. So yeah, if you guys are wondering, the upcoming video, this is what I had to solder for the upcoming video. These power resistors, and I'll tell you, my iron is just not really up to the task. These things, this is a 14 gauge wire, and these are 50 watt 3 ohm resistors in parallel. So yeah, that was a pain in the butt. So now that this kit is done, let me just see if I have another kit we can do, and if not, then you guys will have to make a decision. If I can find where my box of kits went. There it is. Kits. So these are all completed with the twinkle twinkle. I have an amplifier kit. Looks like I stole a knob out of it. I have the speed build kit. I have another more differenter amplifier kit. Another speed build kit. Multi-vibrator. That's the amplifier kit. Dice. Lucky wheel. The doorbell. Yeah, I think the only thing left is an SMD kit. This is a dire time. So, you guys in chat, I'll leave it up to you guys, but we won't leave this going for long. Do you want me to try the surface mount soldering kit, or did you want me to do a live tool haul? It's up to you guys. Let me know. And either way, we're going to keep this going a little bit. So, SMD kit or live tool haul? Or just chatting and drinking, I mean, whatever. I don't have to drive anywhere. Meebo, once this thing is all over, just order some kits, you know, $1, $2. Put them together. They're lots of fun. I'm gonna buy doubles because they are lots of fun to do. Tool haul. Email should work. It is simpleelectronicsyt@gmail.com, like so. If you can read my shitty writing. SUDI 50? I don't think so. It shouldn't. I hope it doesn't. Although no, people did reach me on YouTube to tell me that some AliExpress seller was stealing my content. Which they are. So, tool haul video it is. Just checking my about page here. I think it should say, yeah, simpleelectronicsyt@gmail.com. That's the correct one. Okay, maybe you clicked the wrong person. Maybe there's because I know there's a different Simple Electronics on Social Blade, but I think they don't do English content. I think they just do those like the non-talking content. Alright, anybody want to have a guess what the first item is? It is this guy. First item for the live tool haul unboxing. Yeah, there's also Simply Electronics. Yeah, I know. You know what? I thought this was a good name for YouTube, but it's terrible because my YouTube name is not searchable. I think this one's electronics related, in fact, or just general related. I don't know. Princess Auto, the best thing they've ever done was toolkit for repairing a sex bot. Chemical, you don't need a special toolkit for that. You can use regular tools. I use eBay mostly. I use eBay to order kits from, and right now there's probably not that many that are a buck, but it takes a little bit. You have to be patient. And also, if you're ordering a $1 kit, order like 3. Oh. Hopefully that wasn't visible. Have to go edit the video. Got some air. So this, I've seen these on another, Gadget Reboots channel. He found some tweezers that were normally closed, and Princess Auto happened to have these on sale. Princess Auto is like kind of like the Canadian Harbor Freight, by the way, for those of you that don't know. So these guys, they're normally closed, and you squeeze them to open, and you let go to close them. And these things are great for holding on to parts while you're soldering, like wire, for example. So you hold on to wire like this, then you don't have to squeeze it. You don't have to be in a certain orientation. It just holds it on themselves. This was like $3. I think with tax it was like under $4 for 3 of these. And already I can tell you these handles, these wooden handles, are junk. They are absolutely crap. So I'm probably gonna have to sand these because they're very hard and kind of sharp. But other than that, these things seem. Oh, this guy is really heavy too. So yeah, normally closed tweezers, extremely useful in any line of work chemical. So yeah, I'm you're gonna see these pretty soon. Probably gonna use these in the next kit build. So that is the first item. Next box is a big one though. Let's see. Well, let's see if I can show you the whole. Oh boy, this does not fit on my workbench. Ugh. All the way to there. This one's a big one. I don't know if you'll be able to guess this because there's more than one item in here. The whole world knows about Harbor Freight. I mean, I want a battery impact gun for $2.99. Gonna hide that packing slip this time. There we go. Should be. The rest of this should be safe. Let's pull this guy out. Okay, first tool. Not electronics related at all, but this is an extremely good price. These are a set of 4 pry bars. So these guys, normally they're about $60, I guess, but these were on sale for $15 or even like $12. It was not very much. So you get a 2-foot long one. You get a 24-inch, 18-inch, 12-inch, and 8-inch. So kind of your select a size there. I've been using a set of Craftsman pry bars since I started in the trade, and it was time to replace my tired old pry bar with something new. This thing is about time and a half the diameter of mine. Warning: use safety glasses. User and bystander. And you see that? User and bystander. So I can definitely feel that these are not premium. I see there's a grind there. There's some shitty paint that's thrown onto this, but rigidity is key. And how rigid are these guys? I don't know. I know they don't have a strike-through cap, so you can't use this with a hammer. Well, I mean, you can. You just can't expect it to last. Yeah. So yeah, it was time to replace the old girl. I had a set of 4 like this from Craftsman. Actually, I still only use one of them because I lost all the other ones. They grow legs. So yeah, when I saw these for sale or on sale, I thought this is my chance for sure. My neighbor just actually borrowed my my pry bar and chipped a chunk out of the handle. No recommended eBay sellers aside from Alice 1983. But take that as a grain of salt because I think Alice just shipped my my order from February. So I usually sort by price plus shipping, lowest first, and grab the cheapest on there. Really, there's not much loyalty on eBay because these guys all tend to work in the same market in Shenzhen, and they don't own any of the stuff that they're selling. They literally just like walk around the market, go find what they're selling when they sell it, and and then mail it to you. And sometimes you get like 2 items in the same package, but they're from 2 separate sellers. So, I mean, take that as you may. So far, tweezers and pry bars. I really recommend if you're a DIYer, get yourself a set of cheap pry bars because you don't always need them unless you're an automotive guy like me. But when you do need them, you really need them, and nothing else will do. So, for $12, whatever this was, Harbor Freight probably has them a lot cheaper. So, yeah, definitely these guys, pick some up. I'll let you know how they go. It's not like I'm doing any suspension work these days anyways. It's all tires and oil changes. Next up, a set of bastard files. So I do a lot of brake work normally, not these days, but usually. And we have a sandblaster at work, but the sandblaster is terrible. It's never in decent shape. It always clogs. The media needs to be replaced all the time. Nobody takes care of it. So I take the brake brackets off and I file them down with a file. So these guys are super useful. I use the triangle files to get into the corners. I use these flat files when the bracket allows, because if you notice, it's actually a lot more rough up on the edges here. So you can get a lot of purchase out of this. You just got to be careful not to go in too deep. You don't want to gouge into the caliper brackets. These things also typically have a removable handle. I don't want to pull it apart and smash my elbow into my laptop that's over there watching the chat. But yeah, so basically good for doing lots of stuff. Also good for 3D prints. So I don't know if you can tell. So you see that corner there? You see how it sticks up a bit? I don't know if I can get it the right angle. So this is a very sharp corner here. Listen to it on the mic. So there's a very sharp corner there. And grabbing a file and just quickly giving it a swipe or two. See, it'll round that right down. See, it's much smoother now. And that was only a couple swipes with a file. So great for 3D prints, great for working on cars, great for having around the house. So definitely get some files. These were on sale. So I think each individual one were on sale for $6, or I could get this 5-pack for $9. So I went with the 5-pack, obviously. I probably won't use these round files too much, but I guess it's good when a slide pin is seized and you got to get in there and clean up the slide pin bore. But mostly this tool haul stuff is from my automotive experience. If you guys want me to make an automotive channel, I know Veroac and Junk from Work have been encouraging me to make a automotive channel. If you guys want to see that happen, let me know in the chat or in the comments below, and actually tell me what you want the name to be. I don't really know what to call the channel. Sharpen tools. What kind of tools do you sharpen with a circular file aside from a chainsaw? Because I think chainsaws use a round file to sharpen. But what other tools? That's fine, Ryan. If my customers weren't helpless with cars, then I would be out of a job. So just chainsaws then? So I said, what other than chainsaws? And David's like, chainsaw. Last one for this package. This guy. You see my reflection? Hope not. So I bought a used table saw. Oh, cutting tools for landscaping. Okay, makes sense. Bought a used table saw a little while ago, and the one thing I noticed is that it did not have a carbide blade in it. So I waited patiently for these carbide tipped blades to come on sale, and now that they went on sale, it was 2 blades for $20. So pretty much as cheap as it gets. And the point here is that, see, it's got little welded carbide teeth. So whenever you're buying a saw, a blade for a table saw, or actually any wood cutting implement, really, aside from like a hacksaw or something, you want carbide teeth. Carbide is super hard metal. They don't dull quite as quick. This is a cheap one, so the problem with cheap carbide blades is that the welds break and the pieces of carbide go flying. Hopefully it's not going to happen. But yeah, this is just a small upgrade. I've got these are 10-inch, 28 tooth, and 40 tooth. So yeah, 20 for 2. That's a pretty good price in my books. And yeah, I will be making I will be doing projects with my table saw shortly, so I'm happy to have these in stock. But yeah, these are like at Home Depot. They are maybe about, I don't know, a Diablo blade is probably like 60 bucks. And I don't need anything that fancy. I just wanted something with carbide, so 2 for 20 sounded like a really good deal to me, and that's why I picked these up. And I'll probably chuck that non-carbide tipped one in the trash. So yeah, carbide tipped saw blades. Yeah, see, Chemical knows a thing or two about landscaping tools, and yeah, he says only carbide. You have no choice. And the last package, this one here, try to get you a sense of how big it is. A little bit smaller. A couple items in here, but I expect Chemical to know one of these things that's in here. You actually, any one of you Americans should know what's in here. See, is there a packing slip I have to avoid? Okay. Out of the way. Alright, so, would you look at that? You Americans should recognize this right away. I won't even pull it out. You guys should know what this is. Let me know in the comments. There we go, chemical. So, Princess Auto also has a surplus section, and part of that surplus section is military surplus. So, I bought an ammo can. I bought an ammo can for two reasons. One, it was on sale. I think it was $11. So it's pretty cheap. They're usually about 25 bucks around here. And two is because I think I would really like to make a to-go kit or something with tools, or I don't really know. So yeah, this thing has a nice latch, has a nice handle. It's robust. I can throw it around. Wow, the lid is like most of the weight of this. The lid weighs a ton. Is this waterproof? There's a rubber gasket. I wasn't expecting there to be a rubber gasket there. This thing weighs a ton. Huh. So yeah, these are military surplus. They're some of them are unused, some of them are used. They have a really nice latch. It might be loud. Yeah, there we go. I don't know what this does. Maybe for loading sideways. There we go. So yeah, it's not. Oh, my power supply just fell. That's okay. There we go. To the deeps with you. So yeah, a little bit rough around the edges because it's not really something that was made for retail purposes. But yeah, really cool thing. I feel like this is waterproof. Yeah, I wouldn't say this is going to be an everyday carry thing. It'll be, I don't know, maybe to bring a multimeter or whatever on sites. I also maybe would like to replace, because I have this guy here. Oh boy, I'm gonna make everything fall. I'm gonna make an avalanche off screen. Oh. So I've got this guy, and this carries my lithium polymer batteries, so they don't catch on fire. If they catch on fire, it's contained in the metal box that I added a latch to. So that's pretty nice. But this guy here would be more spacious. I can put more in. I can actually charge them in here if I really wanted to. I can make a through connector. Look, I don't know. These things are like 25 bucks usually, and it was $11. And I thought, well, if I need one, now's the time. Oh yeah, and it's got. I have no idea what this means, but yeah, there we go. 900 credits, 5.56 millimeter balls, M855A1, 10 round clips, LC 19A913043. So yeah, really cool. I'm kind of happy I got this. I'm surprised on how heavy duty the lid is. Sure, an AR-15, because I know exactly what that is. And you know what? No, I am not upset that I don't have access to military weapons, because I am of the mind that I don't know. I don't really care for weapons. I don't own any guns. I'm interested in the mechanical portion of them, maybe, but not. I've never held one. I've seen a few, like from a distance. But yeah, I'm not a gun nerd. Yeah, BWs, I think it'll work for lots of things, but yeah, I sort of, when I see stuff on sale that I've had interest in the past, I get it, and then when the itch comes, I scratch it. All right, before last item, this here, I don't know what keeps happening, but I have a 4 liter, like a 1 gallon, I guess, plant sprayer to take care of weeds, basically. Not weed, that stuff's legal, but weeds. And the second time I freaking lose the wand for it, so kind of sick of replacing wands. So anyways, I bought another one off Princess Auto this time. This should thread right into there. Should thread into it. I hope so. Hope those threads are right. I can't see how it could be right though, but whatever. This was, I think it was $1.99 on clearance. So yep, bought that. Spray some stuff. Hey Arachnid6, thanks for joining us. This is actually part 2 of the live stream, the tool haul. We built the kit and it worked successfully, but it was terrible. So yeah, this thing has an adjustable nozzle on this end. Yeah, just a little brass spray rod. And since it was $2 on sale, picked it up. I think Princess Auto, the best thing they've ever done was this free shipping event. I do like free shipping, so I don't have to drive 15 kilometers out of my way to get something for $2. So yeah, got a rod, nothing special. They also sent their catalog along. So this is the... Why is this French? God damn it. They always... You know what? I go to their website and they default to French all the time. So yeah, princessauto.com if you want to take a look. Don't think they ship to the US, unfortunately. Hey Leon. You see, I streamed a little bit earlier and all of Europe floods in here. What temperature is it in Amsterdam? We've established it's about 32 degrees in Florida, 8 degrees in the UK. Final item for this mailbag. You guys want to see my nuts? So this is a metric nut and bolt kit. In the past, when I've needed bolts for whatever reason, hopped in the car, went to Home Depot, grabbed a couple of I know French. Anyways, grabbed a couple nuts and bolts at Home Depot, came home. But now, in COVID times, can't do that. Can't really go in to browse. So this set was on sale. I think this was $10 or $15, kind of pricey, but now I can prototype from home and find the size I need, and then I can order some more online if need be. But I just needed something to get me through when it's like 10:30 p.m. and I need to finish a freaking prototype up. How do these latches work? I feel like I'm gonna tip everything over. That's weird. Opens downwards. Very strange. Alright, so looks like we've got M4 by 16, M4 by 25, M5 by 20, M5 by 25, and M6 by 20. Yeah, so bunch of metric bolts, some washers, nuts for M456. This is pretty much all I do is in metric. So really glad that I got this on sale. I hate paying full price, And probably if I run out, I'll have to restock, but at least now I have a nice little box to do that in. I think they could have at least put the separators in here, but I guess they didn't bother because it kept going loose. How's it going, Jayam? Do you have a little bell notification set up? So this is a 3D printed part here, and here's the perfect example. See, now I don't have to take this to the store with me. I can actually just pop this in there. Done deal. I've got myself a knob. So yeah, fantastic idea to get this. I don't know why I waited so long. Actually, I do know why. It's because I am cheap. And so there we go. That is the last item in today's tool haul. So what did you guys think? What would you have bought differently? Also, does anybody care if I make an automotive channel? Could do it, could not do it. Yeah, David, that's right. You know what? You know what's funny is that CPM. It's how YouTubers get paid. So CPM is cost per mille, MILLE. So cost per thousand. My views are up threefold, but my revenue is the same. So I lost about 2/3 revenue because of COVID. Like, thankfully I still have really good Patreon patrons, but I just cashed out Patreon, went to order more stuff for the mailbag videos, and eBay wants an arm and a leg for everything. I'm guessing it's because Canada Post on this end is feeling the crush, so they're charging more for shipping. Yeah, it has our REJM. We've already built the solar kit. We've already tested it. It works, but it works like trash. Yeah, nothing special. We could make our own solar kit, you know. We don't need this stuff. Watch this. All right. So prototyping a solar kit. We're gonna grab a cadmium sulfide cell. Live prototyping. Jayam. Like jam, homie, like that. I have no idea. All right, cadmium sulfide cell. We're gonna put this in the negativo. On the right side, 5 volts ground. There we go. Negative. Where do I get my breadboards from? Well, let me tell you, Leon. I pay as little as humanly possible, but I usually get 10 at a time. And the seller, because I get 10 at a time, they typically upgrade my shipping and send me decent ones. And maybe if you only get one at a time, you pay more, but I don't seem to have that issue. Alright, so cadmium sulfide cell. Hey, I'm actually, you know what, I'll tell you, RJM. I'm actually from, I think the second or third roughest neighborhood in Canada. So, yeah. My neighborhood used to have the first and the last murders of the year, like all the time, every time. Okay, what did I want? I want some PNP transistor. So I have 2907 PNP, and I will stick that over here. Hopefully my hard drive doesn't fill up, because I am recording this as I am streaming. You know what? Ryan, I will say, so far I have met more polite Americans than I bump into polite Canadians every day. So take that as you will. Got my Arduino ++ bin. Need myself a 5-volt relay. What's this? 5-volt relay. Dunzo. Who thinks I'm actually going to be able to prototype this this circuit in a reasonable amount of time? This one needs access to 5 volts. There we go. David B, thanks for the super chat. I appreciate it. Alright. This guy has access. No, it needs access to. It's pulled low. It'll go high. Might need an NPN. Let me think. No. No, this will do. Okay. I can make you a schematic, I guess. I mean, I'm sort of in charge here, I suppose. Alright, here's my thought. This is just going off the top of my head here. So you got your relay here. And the relay has, basically, it goes like this. Common. So it comes in. That's the common pin. And then you have a normally closed pin. And then you have a normally open pin like that. And on this side here, you're going to have a VCC, ground, and signal pin. Alright, so the signal pin here will go to a transistor, which will be a PNP type. So PNP, I try not to use PNP too much because they are relatively unstable. This one is a, I forget, PNP 2907. So that would be a 2N 2907. Alright, that's a PNP, and you got 5 volts here, like that. And then here we'll maybe have a bias resistor, and then our cadmium sulfide cell. That's our CDS, and then this will be ground, like so. And then this guy here probably go to a resistor of unknown value to ground. And so basically our bias resistor here will set a certain bias. That'll be like our adjuster. Maybe that should be a pot. So maybe we'll go as a potentiometer. Okay, so that'll be a pot. This will be a resistor just to make sure we don't explode our transistor by hitting it off. So what happens is this CDS cell will have kind of high resistance. This VCC can be tied here, and ground can be tied, whoops, not there. Ground can be tied here. So our CDS cell is going to have relatively high resistance. We're going to flash a light onto it, and then the resistance will drop. As the resistance drops, current is going to increase here, and the voltage will be allowed to pass through here. Once the voltage is allowed to pass through here, this here has a threshold of maybe, I don't know, 3.3 or something like that. And once that hits the threshold, this module will click the relay from the NC over to the NO, and then we are good to go. So that is the circuit. Put that pot in there. I don't know if we should use a potentiometer or just a bias resistor, but it doesn't matter. Put this here. I have I sent a Patreon a kit today because he requested it, and I still have this pot that I was gonna send, but then I bent it, so that's why it's on the bench. Maybe I'll put this over here like so. Oops. Jeez, my maybe I over sanitized my drinks there, guys. Alright, let's see. Like so. I had a little wire link. There's a little wire link. I can go here to ground. Alright, so that's the transistor side dealt with. So this will be our potentiometer over here that'll set the sensitivity of the CDS cell. And now we can just grab over here. So this will be our signal, like so, and that'll go to the S pin, which is the top pin on this one. Man, the Canadian dollar is crap. So David B sent $1.99. I assume that's US dollars, because the chat revenue, it says I made $2.80. So the Canadian dollar is garbage right now. Which explains why everything on eBay is so friggin' expensive. Alright, we'll use this guy instead. Grab this, pop that onto the S, and then we'll grab positive and negative. We'll grab this gray and this burgundy, like so. Oh yeah, just pause and neg like that, and pop that on positive and negative like that. Alright, now we don't want this to turn on right away, so we're going to plug this in and make sure that our CDS cell is biased correctly. So this is actually on, so I need to rebias, I need to add resistance. Yeah, do you guys like it? Or, because now, you know, now's the time. Usually in the comment section, you guys have the benefit of being able to fast forward. No, that's not good. I can't bias this enough. It's still connected to ground. Okay. We need to bias it some more. Collector max 600 milliamps. Yeah, we don't need. Oh yeah, I didn't put a resistor, but yeah, that's fine. 600. You know, we only need enough to send the signal. These things are actually self-contained. They have their own transistor and freewheeling diode on the inside, so I'm not too concerned about that. Yeah. So right now we're sending a voltage here. Is this going to ground? It is not. Okay, so let's put a resistor to ground. Let's put a 10K to ground. And we'll also try a 10K. I'll redraw the schematic with the actual. Alright, so we're going to put a 10K resistor to ground on the emitter pin. Okay, so now there's no way, you know, we're going to get milliamps to ground basically. That's good. And we'll also use a 10K to bias the potentiometer, which will bias the CDS. Come on. Heh. We can also put the CDS in a voltage divider situation. We could do that. PNP, yeah, PNP needs ground. So we'll go take the CDS cell out, put this 10K over here, put this 10K over here, get the CDS cell, and then we're going to put this potentiometer to bias. Maybe more up like that. And let's see. Get out! There we go. Since the base circuit does not connect to plus 5 volts, it's, well, the thing is the CDS cell will have a high resistance, and it will come down in resistance as we add light to it. So that is too much resistance now in the ground path. What happens if we give it light? Nope, still not getting a on signal. 10K too much. Happens if we just ground that. Because a PNP transistor needs a ground to turn on. Get in there. Okay, so you see 10K in series with the CDS cell is enough. But now we want a dividable voltage, or a adjustable resistance. Yeah, there we go. So again, this turns on. Okay. Looks like we're almost there. This is dim now. So if we add a little bit more resistance to this, we should be able to get it to turn off. I don't know if you noticed, but that LED was super dim. Alright, let's add another 10K. And our bias, our pot over here. And let's see what we got now. Ah, still. Dang nabbit. Still too much. Okay. Maybe in... You know what? This is silly. Because this because this relay actually has its own drive circuit, we don't even need to do that. So what's the resistance of this CDS cell? Because we can just grab 5 volts like that over here and then divide the voltage with this potentiometer this way. Make this even simpler, look at that. And then this should go to ground on the middle pin, pin 17. Alright, so now let's see what happens here. We need to check voltage on here. This guy over here. Do I have crop clips? I think I have some crop clips somewhere. Over here. Oops, making everything fall over. Alright, so grab this, and then we need to poke inside here. This guy here. And then our negativo, like so. You know, I really need to buy more jumper wires because I keep running out. Oh, here they are. And our negativo. So let's see. What do we have? So we have 3.8 volts. When we turn this on, we have 5 volts. So what we need to do is to turn this until we have less than the turn on. Nope, the other way. There we go. So now this relay is off, right? So that little LED is not lit. And then if we do this, oh, come on, you're so close. There we go. So when you light it, it turns on. Do you guys see that little red light? So nothing there. You can do it. There. Red light's on, red light's off. There we go. So there you go, a solar relay, and I think this is the minimum viable components. You can actually do the math and put in a resistor instead of this pot, but this pot makes it adjustable. So this little circuit here, this board, takes care of the rest of that for you. And this thing is running out of juice there, but if I just, oh, almost, maybe if I bend it more this way. It's so close. No, it really needs that extra boost of light. And if this resistor was not a 50K, if it was let's say a I don't know, a 5K pot, it'd probably be a lot easier to adjust it, right, so that it works. So there you go. If you want to make a solar powered relay, you should do a voltage divider instead. And the voltage divider circuit is actually far simpler than that, because all you really need to do is you have your plus 5 volts here. Am I in shot? Yeah. Okay, 5-volt rail. Then come down here, you have your CDS cell. And then you have a pot. So let's say like so. And this will just open in the air. Like so. And I will say probably like a 5K pot. Well, maybe a 10 turn. Like a trimmer pot. So this one you leave not connected. This one here you put down to ground. Like so. And then on the other side here you've got your relay module. And then you have your signal, which you then tap here. And then you have your ground. That goes to here. And there's your module. And then in your module you're going to have 3 connections. So it's these 3 at the end there. And you're going to have a COM. And you're going to have a normally connected, and then you're going to have a normally open. And there you go. I think that's the minimum viable for this. That's not actually too bad. And actually this this relay, if you wanted to build your own, it would just basically be so you got the 5 volts, the signal, and the ground. You'd have the 5 volts in, goes through a let's see, there's the coil of your relay with the same connections as before, and like that. So that would be common, normally open, normally closed. And then you would have here your signal going to a transistor from the 5-volt rail, NPN, and then down to ground, like so. Yeah, there's your ground rail there. And then you would have a freewheeling diode somewhere in the circuit, like that, and some proper resistance for the rest. But yeah, that's basically what you can do for that. So yeah, so you can actually do this with a relay, an NPN transistor, a couple of resistors, a diode, and cadmium sulfide cell, a 10-turn pot, and that's it. So this would be the minimum amount of components if you didn't want to get a module like this, but I would recommend the module because they're so cheap anyways. I think you can get 10 for like $2, maybe once COVID is over. So yeah, if the pot wiper goes to ground, the CDS cell will need to handle full VCC. Yeah, this is very true. You can put another resistor there, but minimum viable, not like fit to envelope design or whatever. But yes, you're absolutely right. CDS cell will have to remain resistant enough, and I think on full sunlight these CDS cells will drop to something like 60 ohms, something like that. They have a variable resistance. So here we go. We'll check. By the way, I love these ANEG meters. I just wish they were as cheap as how much I paid for them all the time. Okay, so here, just in the dark, it's got like 7.5K ohms of resistance. If I pop it up to the light here, whoops. I got this this meter. I guess it was on clearance or something on Amazon. I don't know, some seller was trying to dump them maybe, but I paid $18 shipped for them, and I can't find them. That's Canadian, and I can't find them for anywhere less than like almost 30 bucks. So yeah, basically full sun, you're going down, yeah, maybe close to 60 ohms resistance. You got 77 ohms, and this thing is basically touching the light bulb on the side there. So yeah, on a 5 volt supply, I think you'd be okay. But yeah, obviously you should put a resistor to protect it. I'm just, you know, I was just prototyping here. I think the Canadian dollar is 40%. So I think it's $1.40 for every American dollar. So don't really know how that works out. Let's see. USD to CAD. I mean CAD to USD. So it looks like 71 cents Canadian. I mean 71 cents American for every Canadian dollar. Oh my god. This new Windows update is terrible. So 18. Oh my god. Why are you so terrible? 18 times. What? Times 0.71. Yeah, 13 bucks. Damn, you're like pretty much right on the money. Will we etch the PCB? No, I don't think so. I don't have any etchant. I should maybe order some. Maybe order some etchant, but I actually need to look at some tutorials on where to store ferric chloride for when it goes. Yeah, because I mean, look, this house is mine and my wife's, and neither my end of it or her end of it do I want to damage. You know what I mean? No, they didn't manage to mess up the calculator. They managed to mess up my start menu. It took me a long time to prune all the Windows 10 stuff out of the start menu, or sorry, the search bar now. And now the search bar is like massive. It's like, come on, I just need to type in it. I don't need you to pop open an entire window for me to search. Which I find interesting, though, that Windows 10 search feature is now like, that's the main. I don't even use start menu anymore. I just use the search for everything. No, I have not started working with the ESP32 cam. They are still sitting right here. I am excited to get started with this, but I am working on a tutorial on how to use the ESP8266, and so I'm gradually working my way up to working with these guys. Of course, once I have the 8266 working properly, I'm obviously going to upload some like some previously some programs that other people have made for these things. But yeah, it's the AN 8008. I think the 8009 is better, but I don't know. I have the 8008 and it's really nice. So yeah, no, I have not done the ESP32 cam. I've been well, we have our pool is leaking. It's been leaking since last year, and if you're thinking that I'm Richie Rich with a pool, I'm not. In fact, we're spending an incredible amount of money for something that we don't really use. But anyways, I went outside and I fiberglassed the pool today, so that was today's mission. So I've got stuff to do around the house. It sucks. I don't think you know. Anyways, I don't want to complain, but yeah. Oh, I agree, Leon. Sometimes they are on sale at Banggood. They are on sale in Banggood right now, and you guys can use my link. I think I put it in the description. If you want to use my affiliate link on it, but it's still like $24 plus $5 shipping Canadian. So I may have forgotten to put the affiliate link in the description, but I mean, you guys know where to find it. It's on like every video. I find it pretty cool. I've got like 2 or 3 I'm guessing regular viewers who order from my affiliate link on Banggood. So every couple months I get like $3 or something. It's amazing. It's like free $3. Yeah, never ever buy a pool. Like honestly, when we bought this house, the pool we thought was a plus, but it doesn't matter because all the houses in our price range were trash except for this one. We had to move a little bit away from where we wanted to be to get this house. But yeah, I'll never buy a house with a pool ever again. I mean, unless you're looking to buy my house, and in which case, yeah, you definitely want a pool. But other than that, no. I mean, I work on cars for a living, or I used to work on cars full time as a living, and they're built like garbage. I'll have to tell you, um, they're honestly they're built down to a price, but that pales in comparison to how shitty pool equipment is built. It is built so poorly. We have an in-ground pool. If we had an above-ground pool, we would not have a pool anymore. The deal with an in-ground pool is that if you want to get rid of it, because it's so close to the house, it costs the same to fill it up than to rip out all of the components and put all brand new components in. So basically buying a new pool and removing an in-ground pool are the exact same cost. Because if you do it wrong, if you like abandon the pool incorrectly, you can actually create a sinkhole and it'll pull your foundation in. So yeah, we were told in no mincing of words that to refurbish this pool completely to its brand new state and to fill it up and forget that it ever existed are the same price. So yeah, and they told us every year someone tries to do it themselves without engineering drawings and all this stuff, and every year someone's house gets swallowed up because we have a big freeze-thaw cycle here. So someone's house gets swallowed up, and the insurance does not cover it because they don't cover stupidity. So yeah, we've got like a lot of money sunk into this house. We still owe a lot on it. I wouldn't want to have to pay back this mortgage while trying to build another house to replace the one that we screwed up. You know what I mean? Ooh, that sucks, hey Blesky. So our pool is just has a vinyl liner, but it's like time to replace the liner. So I think like our neighbors got theirs done, and I think it's like $8,000 or something. Oh yeah, it's insane. We probably spend about $300 a year in chemicals. And don't forget, in Canada, the swimming season is kind of like late May, all the way until maybe August. So like really, so let's say um, mid May to mid August. So it's May, June, July, August. Yeah, 3 months, $300 in chemicals, and since I said our electricity is super expensive here, I think we pay like $300 a month on electricity to run the pool. And the thing is, if you don't run the pump that often, then you're gonna save like $200 on your electric bill, but you're gonna have to spend $200 more a month in chemicals to keep the damn thing from becoming an absolute pond. What I'm saying is, never buy a pool. Just don't do it. I wish I had sharks. At least then the pool would be interesting. I have 2 aquariums, which cost me a lot less, but probably gonna get rid of them because I'm supposed to be doing electronics projects around the aquariums, but I haven't gotten to it. I have a list. I have a Google Sheets with a bunch of project ideas. Which, by the way, if you guys as viewers want to suggest projects for real, you can either send me an email or put it in a comment section somewhere, and you can let me know what you want me to build. But anyways, I got a project list that's so huge, I don't really have time. Like, I don't have the energy to make this many videos. And in fact, the way I'm set up here, I can't really record all the time because I have a tenant who likes making a crap ton of noise. And so, yeah, I can only film when that tenant is at work or sleeping, and it's very unpredictable. So, yeah. Enough first world problems, though. I will take some questions from you guys. If you have questions that are bothering you, I will answer them. And once we're done answering questions, I'm going to probably edit some videos or maybe film some other ones. I really appreciate you guys stopping in for the live streams as well. I feel like more and more I'm not just talking to myself. And also, I love feedback, so if you guys like this time slot, I'll do more at this time slot. Yeah, so we rent a room, but like to somebody. It's someone we know. But yeah, it's more like a room and a half, 2 rooms type thing. Do you make your own mini grabber and alligator leads? Yeah, so I don't know what you mean by this thing. This mini grabber is actually a video coming out soon. I've actually filmed it. I haven't done it. This actually, I saw this on Pile of Stuff's channel. So if you're not subscribed to Pile of Stuff, go check them out. The alligator leads, yes, I do make my own. I've bought a set on eBay, like a 10 kit, and the problem is they're terrible, so I had to fix them up, and the amount of time it took me to fix them up, might as well just make your own. And so there it is. So this is crimped over and soldered. This is just silicone wire. If you're buying wire, I highly suggest silicone wire. Small J-hook leads. Yeah, I do have a video somewhere. Let me get back to you on that one, because I have like 200 videos. I have to go find which ones I have. The J-hook leads, I think you mean these guys. Get in there. I need to organize my leads, but these guys, and these guys I did not make myself. These guys I bought them pre-built like this from eBay. They got that little hooky, and they finish in a banana. Now I'll tell you something about banana plugs. Have a good one, Leon. You see these guys here? You see how they're a little cage? See that? They're a cage just freely rotating around a post. Do not buy these. Don't buy these if you're going to make your own leads. The problem is, if you look at this one I had to decommission. If you can see, there's solder there, and there's solder there for a reason. It's because the cage was too stiff on certain multimeters, and so you weren't making good connection. So I highly recommend, if you are getting leads or banana, these are called 4mm banana jacks, by the way, get this kind. You see how it's like a folded piece of steel? I don't know if you're able to tell, but it's literally, it just looks like a folded over piece of steel. So this is integral to the whole connector. So you do want this guy here instead of the cage type. These guys can handle a little bit less current, but I mean, you won't handle any current if you can't get a good connection. So yeah, I really recommend building your own. If you buy silicone wire, that's you don't actually, for I built these with a little bit thicker wire. I think this is 18. Yeah, 18 gauge. But mostly you can use like 22 gauge. But if you buy wire that's intended for use on remote control cars, you get, like, look how flexible these leads are. So these are silicone leads. This one here is really thick though, 14. You don't need 14 gauge. But see, like, look how dangly this stuff is. It's very very dangly, high quality. Look at this stuff. This is PVC. Look, you can't even make it do a loop. So this one's stiff. This one is like super floopy. See, look, it just does its own loop like that. This one here, it's like stiff and rigid. So you definitely want silicone wire. You get the PVC stuff from computer power supplies, and it's just like, look how stiff that is compared to this, you know. I'll check my video list. I know where I can find you, so I'll check my video list. I did make videos on making these things. They're super simple, and actually the only trick I'll have to show you is put this sheath on first. Like, you have to put this plastic on the wire before you actually solder. And to move it, what I do is I open the alligator clip like that, and I pinch it between my fingers. So it's actually like grabbing me right now, and then you can slide it back like that, and it comes off. Because if you have it closed like this, you see how that angle, this space here is super big. If you press it, see how the space is smaller? So you want to open it, let it pinch your fingers, and then you can more easily slide this up and over like that, and there you go. So that's really the only tip I have for you. And these guys, 18 wire gauge, this is probably good for a good dozen amps for a few, like a minute or so. By comparison, the these are the eBay ones, and they're absolutely terrible. I had to open them up and solder them all. Just absolutely horrendous. See, I had to solder all of them. And so if we're out of questions, ooh, there we go, focus. If we are out of questions, I think I'm going to call it a day. And make sure to let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this time slot, or if you prefer the slightly later time slot. The slightly later one, I would just be starting streaming either around now or in about 45 minutes. So thanks for joining me. I know it was a little bit of riff-raff, changing topics and whatever, but I'll probably split up those topics into different videos. Oh, that's alright, Chemical. If you want me to answer it on stream, I can wait too. It's not a big deal. It's not like I have anything to do. I'll just go edit or something. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys stopping off here. If you have any project ideas, if you have any feedback for the channel, let me know in the comments below. I want to thank Bill, was it? Where are you? Oh, would you look at that? Huh. I didn't realize I can actually I can insert an ad. I'm not going to give you guys an advertisement. Don't worry about it. Yeah, David B, I want to thank you for being our only super chatter today. You didn't even put a message for me to repeat, you know? Crazy. Yeah, if don't worry, I'm not in the habit of putting ads in the middle of the videos. Sounds good, RJM. So have a good evening, guys, and I think I'm gonna try to do another stream on Sunday night. Maybe I'll have one before then, but I have a foam airplane that I want to finish putting together and test fly, so that is perfect streaming material. So hope you guys have a good night. Make sure to check out some of my YouTube friends. Another Maker, Pile of Stuff, Junk from Work, Gadget Reboot. Those are the main ones, but I mean, if you want more suggestions for electronics or other YouTubers, let me know in the comments below, and maybe I'll make a video explaining to you guys who I watch on YouTube and why. Hope you guys have a good evening. Thanks for watching.